The fates have all been swirling into a whipped cream of doom with no sugar and honey inside of it. This is something that is difficult to digest as we are revealed to the fact that why does this guy have to be so powerful? It's not fair. The despair is just how so high. And now it was confirmed. It was confirmed, my friends. We have been misunderstanding all this time, but Azami is not a Naikiri. His real name is Azami Nakamura. And apparently, in this chapter, he said father-in-law to Saesaemon. Apparently, so he's not a Naikiri by blood. Oh yeah, what am I talking about? Oh, it's Shokugeki no Soma, chapter 136. First of all, it begins funny, with Gin and Yoichiro for the first time in 10 years meeting each other in another country. And it's obvious that they have different dynamics. I mean, they're best of friends, but it's obvious though that it was already obvious in their academy days, but it's pretty funny that Gin is the one who is always so laid back, while Yoichiro is the one who is so, let's cancel it. They get a telephone call and hear about Saesaemon getting stepped on. And here's the funny part. No, not the funny part. The horror part. Their eyes all flare up. Even the comical Yoichiro gets a serious face when he hears that Azami has become director. And we are aiming back to a photo, revealing that Azami really was the third seat in Elite 10 during all this time ago. And he's not a Naikiri. His name is Azami Nakamura. And he was a first year. You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! How powerful is he? If he was a third seat with his first year, mind you, while Gin and Yoichiro only were the second and the first respectively, in the third, then there's no way this guy can be defeated. At least not that easy. I mean, this shows that he's really that good of a cook, but I'm beginning to dislike Azami even more. And this chapter, besides this, basically has confirmed it. We are then switched back to another funny part, with Saesaemon going out on a jog. Turns out this old man likes to keep his body in shape. Goes out on midnight jogs, now that he's no longer director he can do it often. He tells a little bit about Erina's past. Erina was always a little bit stuck up, but not cold. She did it more playfully. The cake she said she disliked that Alice baked, she actually did not flat out dislike it. She did it playfully, and she actually looked forward to meeting Alice again after studying overboards. However, it was then that Azami began to brainwash her. Brainwash her in a cooking style that is not something anyone else did. What was the time? Well, she was eating certain dishes in a dark room with only one window, and she was meant to pick out the one dish that tasted better. And then she would just throw away the bad one, or at least the one who was not as tasty. Erina did not want to do that, because that would be waste food, and come on, even a chef cannot waste food. But Azami then twisted her arm and demanded she does that. And after that, he became like a demon, possessing Erina, and the smile on Erina's face disappeared as she became cold and haughty. It was then that Saesaemon threw out Azami as a Naikiri. But it's obvious that Azami has been gathering power over these years, because apparently he has created a rich community only for rich people. Once again showing just how cold that person is. And apparently also even a base in the Middle East. And somehow currying favor with the Totsuki 10. It's still not. I'm still confused on how the hell did such a haughty guy get on this good side of the Elite 10? I mean, I hoped Saisemon would tell us here, but no, it's obvious not. But it's obvious though what this chapter was about. Saisemon bows his head with no, he's not too proud to beg, and says, or asks Soma to please save Erina, for her friends and some influential member in her family broke the cage that Azami had on her, but her heart is still in a bird cage, and the only one who can break that is Soma. So yeah, it begins now. The Totsuki War. It is obviously now that, I mean, for a beginning, I think Soma is gonna refuse. I mean, well, he's not gonna refuse that much, but you know, Soma is so laid back with everything. For him taking on such a serious job is something I find very unlikely. But it's clear that he loves a challenge. And now to get Erina back on the good side, that's something good. Because if you think about it, Soma it's actually true. Maybe this was Yoshiro and Saisemon's plan all along. Yoshiro did not only include this, that Soma could evolve into a good cook, but also maybe he also himself knew that Erina is shackled. And since Soma is a great cook, although a little bit strange at times, he knows he can bring out the best of other cooks and change them. And if you think about it, Soma is the only one not intimidated by Erina. It could be of ignorance, or I just don't care, or just like everybody's equal in his book, but that is actually the key to breaking in Soma. No, I mean Erina. But now you're telling me that Azami really was an Elite 10. And on the first year too. I mean, that screams power. And could it be that Azami recognized who Soma was just with one look? I mean, Soma doesn't really have that many faces similar to his father. And given to the fact that he has a community only for rich people, it could very well be that he was just a lowly person in his book. But at the same time, I'm also beginning to wonder, could it be that Azami recognized who Soma really is from? And that's why he said you should choose your friends carefully, Erina? And given to the fact, if you look at his photo, he is the only one who's not smiling. In fact, he's looking at Gin and Yoshiro with disgust, or at least like, And while he was only a first year, it's obvious, maybe he wasn't the first seat later. I have a very big feeling he had a very hard time accepting that Gin and Yoshiro were more famous than him. Whatever's happened now, it is exciting. Although I do not like the fact that Azami is getting so powerful, we can only wonder what's going to happen now. Will Soma try to break up the cage that holds Erina's heart? Because if you think about it, maybe Erina is the only one that can actually banish Azami, since she's an heir. But since this seems to hint that Azami was not a Naikiri by blood, does that mean Saisemon had a daughter? Where is she? Where is Erina's mother? Is that Asami's Fruden excuse? He lost his wife and it's got so cold? Whatever's happening a war will happen. Will Soma's allies join up with him? I would be surprised if they don't. Give me your thoughts if you have any.